So today I thought I would show you guys how I go about polishing my wheels. I've polished up the VMRs on the F30 quite a number of times, but I haven't really polished up the new Heritage wheels, the Heritage Amolas on the Prelude. They don't look too bad, but if you guys can tell, there's definitely some water spots on there that don't really come off when I wash the car. So what I want to do is polish up these lips, polish up the faces, or at least clean the faces, and I'll show you guys what products I use and how I go about getting this job done. I've got some Meguiar's mag and aluminum polish. It's just a metal polish that you can use to basically hit this. I use it on my exhaust tips. Anything metal works great. I'll have a link down below if you guys want to check this out. Most importantly, or equally as important as the polish, is this cone filter or cone microfiber that I'll be using, and I do use this for my exhaust as well. Works really well for cleaning tips, but just make sure you do a really good job of cleaning this in between uses, so that way it's not going to be contaminating the wheels more than they already are. Got a bunch of microfibers, Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner diluted 4:1 with water, and last but not least, the drill, which we'll be using to put this on. Here's the final product after 2 coats of polish. I did have to go back because I still saw some water spots in here, but now you can see for the most part it's done. I think some wet sanding would be helpful for this, like these creases right here, because even if I rub my hand against it, it feels baby butt smooth, but obviously there's still some things in the finish, so maybe wet sanding would help that, but honestly from even this far away you can't tell until you get really close. It's 2 coats of polish, hit it with the drill, and then wiped it all off, cleaned up near the hardware to make sure I didn't have any excess in there, but that's how that came out. And you can continue to throw more coats of polish onto it if you want a higher shine. So like I just showed you, after the first coat it was okay, the second coat made it a lot better, and if I were to do a 3rd coat it would probably even shine even more. But again, you want to make sure that you're cleaning this in between uses, so that way you're not just spreading around this dirt. So right now this thing is pretty much, this is 1 wheel. This thing is pretty much ready to just be cleaned, and I'm gonna have to wait till it dries to use it again on the next wheel. But you know, definitely make sure you're not contaminating things as you move along the car and go on to the next wheel. Here's a quick comparison to a wheel that has not been polished yet. You can clearly see the streaks in there. Definitely got some water spots going on, some oxidation, so that doesn't look too great. But again, this is the wheel I haven't done yet. And then going back to the wheel that we just did, I think you can tell the big difference there. This definitely shines 1000% more. And again, there are some spots like right in here in this crease that are still showing, but you don't see those wet marks, those water spots coming from here, especially where the water pools when the car's parked and it rains or anything like that. Any of you guys with deep dish wheels in camber know that that is a huge problem for causing water spots and buildup. So just something to do probably once a month, or just as needed, to polish up your wheels and kind of get that oxidation off of them. Again, I will link everything I use down below, the mother's polish, the drill bit that is most necessary for this, and I'll also include the Meguiar's that I use, because I use this stuff for everything. It's just a Meguiar's all-purpose cleaner. You buy it in like I think it's either a 1 gallon or a 2 gallon, but you dilute it. So you dilute it depending on how high strength you want it. You could do like a 2:1 ratio with water. 4:1 is typically what I use because I don't want to cause any acid peel or anything on the wheels. So I do a 4:1 ratio, so that way it's fairly diluted. But I'll link everything down below, guys, if you want to pick this up and make this job happen yourself. Curious what other polishes you guys use. This is really the only one that I've had experience with. Not that I'm biased or against any other ones. This is just what I picked up off the shelf. So if you guys have any good recommendations for metal polishes, wheel polishes, all that stuff, put it down in the comments. Would definitely like to hear from you. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is clean up the other 3 wheels that I still have left to do, and I'll catch up with you guys when all 4 wheels are polished and we're ready to see what the final result is. Funny enough, as soon as I put you guys down, I finished this first wheel and then it completely downpoured and the car is now soaked. I had to go inside for like 40 minutes, but I took that time, and this is another good point, or just to reiterate the point, is clean your stuff. So I took the time to just hit this with actually all-purpose cleaner. Again, that Maguire stuff coming in clutch, and I let that dry, so now we're ready to do the other 2 sides. But I think I'm just gonna give the car a quick wipe down while it's got all the water on it and dry it off, so that way we don't get hit with water spots and completely ruin this whole tutorial, video, DIY thing. Enjoy it. Up here, make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video at all. Make sure you comment down below if you have any other mod ideas, anything you guys want to see, especially Prelude people. I wanted to get you guys some content, so if there's anything you have questions on, put it down below so I have a chance to see what you guys are interested in seeing. And I guess last being said, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time, and keep elevating.